For me, there are some non-negotiables before I enter a relationship with someone. Not even relationship. Before I start considering someone as someone I would love to be in a relationship with. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me. If you're new here, please subscribe. Make sure you subscribe before you leave this channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, you guys are the real MVPs. Thank you for always coming back to watch my video. I'm still your loyal girl, Akadi, and I film about faith, lifestyle, and relationship. Yeah. So if there's anything you would love to see on this channel, please kindly put it in the comment section and I'm definitely going to film about it. So yeah, let's jump right into the video. Okay, so for me, there are some non-negotiables before I enter a relationship with someone. Not even relationship. Before I start considering someone as someone I would love to be in a relationship with. Low-key, I would have seen some non-negotiables, like things that I'm like, okay, these things are like the main spec. For me, I don't have a spec list. If you have one, great, good for you, but I don't have a list. But I have like 4 or 5 non-negotiables that, okay, if you don't meet these particular things, I don't think I can even consider you being in or me being in a relationship with you. It's good to have a spec list. Nice, great. Before, I used to have a spec list: tall, dark, fine, handsome, blah 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 blah. But as it is, before, I used to like very tall men. When I say very tall men, I think some people can relate. Extremely tall men. But as it stands, I don't care. Maybe as maybe as I'm growing, or I've growth and all of that, I think I've just started realizing that, okay, some things might necessarily not be the main thing in a guy, right? And if you're not tall, if you're not dark, please. But now I don't care. So far you meet my non-negotiables. Like, I look at these things and I'm like, okay, this guy actually beats these things, then great, I'm good to go, right? I'm good to go. I'm not bothered about must be tall, must be dark. Please, I've moved past those things, right? I remember having this discussion with my friend and she was like, continue with your tall, dark, and handsome. You go take for single life. But I didn't scrape the old tall, dark, handsome because I don't want to sleep in single life or something. No, I scraped this because I actually don't really care again, right? So I'll be talking about my 5 non-negotiables, which I feel should be like something everybody has, like a background spec requirements for them. Well, I can't impose my own requirements on you. Everyone has their own requirements, but I'm sure that from these, people can actually point to 1 or 2 things that they also have in their non-negotiables before entering a relationship or before considering someone as their partner or something. So the first one for me, let's jump right into this video straight up. No long video today. So the first thing for me is, you must be a believer. Hey, I think that tops it for me. Like, be fine, have money, but you're not a believer. Like, we don't share the same faith. I don't great, you'll be my friend. I can be friends with you. I don't have an issue with it, but you must be a believer. And when I'm talking about being a believer, and I'm not talking about being just a churchgoer, like, you know what you represent, you know who you are in Christ. That is very, 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 very important. So you must be a believer. That tops the list for me, like number 1 on the list. Number 2, genotype. Hey, genotype is the second thing. See, I mean, there was this particular time I was saying on Twitter that someone was like, they were thinking that if a girl should ask for your genotype, that's the end. That means she's interested in you. And I was like, you don't even need to ask directly. There's a way you can ask these things. Like, there's a way, just drop it. Like I think I was I was chatting somebody, and then the person was complaining about malaria, and I was like, hey, right, that's very simple. I'll get what I want. I'll get what I want from it. I don't need to say what's your genotype. But yo, genotype is also as important as anything for me. I want to know your genotype to be sure that, you know, before, I think I just did my genotype. I just checked my genotype last year, December. And was it December or October? I can't really remember. And before, I was always asking, what's your genotype? What's your genotype? But now I'm AA, so I'm like, okay. Even if I already know that I'm AA, so I'm already safe. Like I'm safe for both of us, right? So, but still, stylishly, I'll still use style to ask, bro, what's your genotype? You know. So the third thing for me is vision. Like he must know where he is going. Like I'm not saying that you should be able to tell where you'll be in the next 5 years, but at least you know that, okay, this is where you are headed, this is the path you are going through, or this is the path you are taking. At least you know that, okay, I can see that, okay, you are being consistent, right, in whatever you are doing. And I know that, okay, if it is tech, let's know that it is tech. You know, I'm not saying you can see yourself in the next 10 years, or you can tell, oh, I'll be in Canada in the next 5 years. No, but at least you can actually tell for a fact that, okay, this is the path you are choosing to follow. Definitely you must have prayed about where you want to be, or what path, you know, to follow, or what step to take in life, right? So I think that's also very important for me. You know where you are headed. You're not just, you know, you're not just someone that does not even know what he or she is doing. Not like you're not living every day as it is. No, you're not. You definitely must have a plan. Okay, yes, the plan must still be in God's way, right? Submitted to God's way, right? But at least there is a plan. There is something that we know that, okay, bro, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Definitely, I also have plans in God's will for me. Yes. So, okay, after that, the fourth thing is, how well does he control his anger? Hey, please, that thing is important. Before I'm gonna annoy you, and the first thing is you want to slap me. Hey, you want to slap me. Even my dad stopped slapping me, start beating me since when. So I think how well he controls anger is like another top tier for me. Please, I want to know, once I vex you, and not like I'll intentionally vex you, but definitely we are humans, we are not perfect, but I can see that this is how this guy is handling his anger. This is how he handles his anger. I know that, yes, you might not know somebody 100%, but there are some little things that you can actually pay attention to determine how someone is. Do you get? So once I see how did he handle this situation, how did he handle this anger, how did he handle this conflict, that's something for me to, okay, I'll look, something that I actually look into, like, okay, how well does he handle his anger? Yes, so that's another thing for me that I know that's top tier. So the fifth thing and the last one for me is, do we share the same faith? Okay, I already said it when I said you must be a believer. Do we share the same idea? Do we share the same value? Do we share the same idea about life in particular? Do we share the same values? What I value, is it what you value? Once everything is contradicting, I don't think there's any way there. Yes. So we must definitely be sharing the same idea, the same value, the same thoughts, at least to a reasonable extent. Yes, we can't have the same view about life, we can't share the same opinion 100%, but at least when we weigh it on a scale of 1 to 100, at least to a reasonable extent, then others can now, maybe we'll now be able to put a balance to it. Okay, I don't totally agree to this, I totally agree to this. Then we find a balance and we come to a conclusion. Do you get? But at least to a reasonable extent, we must be able to share all other things. So these are like my 5 non-negotiables. Like, please, these 5, they are very, very important to my life. You know, I used to say something that when I'm praying about my partner, or when I'm looking at the natural things or the physical part of it, I think I actually don't just do it because of myself alone. I'm actually also doing it for my children, because I want a great dad for my children. Very, very important. As much as I want a great husband for myself, I definitely want a great dad for my children. So after these 5 non-negotiables, then I have the one of, okay, I must definitely be physically attracted to you. We'll talk about this one will be, I'll talk more on this in another video. Is physical attraction important? Before some people gonna say you don't need to be attracted, hey, I'll do another video separately on this. But then for me, physical attraction is a thing. Like, I must be physically attracted to you, right? Then that's when it must be fine, it must be, I'm not particular about complexion. I don't think I'm particular about the complexion like that, but then all other things follow, right? But then those are the 5 non-negotiables for me. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, kindly share my video, kindly like this video, comment. I want to see comments. Please, people should like my video so that YouTube can share the video to other people. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Don't leave this channel without subscribing. Please subscribe to my channel. Till I see you again, I love you guys so much. See you guys in my next video. Bye.